Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm Jesse Adams. I'm right here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia at the After Dark Film Festival, man. And I'm with my man, Ty. T-R-T-Y. Not T-I-T-Y. Hey, man, this has been so awesome to come out here and just jam with the different filmmakers. Let me tell you something. We're going to go inside in just a second, and we're going to just talk to some of the filmmakers and interview them. What a wonderful festival. I'm Jesse Adams of the Actors Warehouse, and I'll see you soon. Anyway, we wanted a special guest. Michael wanted him to speak to you because he's out of Oregon, and he works in theaters, and he's been around a long time. So he wanted Mr. Sitter to come on up and introduce him and just kind of give a word, and then we're going to get into it.
Thank you. You cool if I film it?
Of course.
All right, cool.
Derek Sitter, there you go.
Thanks, Jesse. Hi guys, my name is Derek Sitter. I am from Oregon. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of the history of my experience in the industry and theater, but yeah, I ran and opened and founded a theater in Oregon called Volcanic Theater Pub, and it ended up being one of the top destinations for a lot of live music, film festivals, and etc. in the Pacific Northwest. I just sold it because I want to leave because it's actually snowing in Oregon this morning. So I'm looking to transplant somewhere else. I either go back to LA or etc. But been in the industry for about 30 years doing a variety of things, including acting, directing, filmmaking, etc. But I sent a brief email to Michael asking him about this particular festival because it was brand new. I think it was the Reno Film Festival, Nevada Short Film Festival, I think, before they moved it to Atlanta. And it was a brief email and then just discussing. He asked me if I would say something because I've been to film festivals all over the world. Sometimes with films, sometimes just for attendance. In fact, Bend Film Festival, where I'm from, is a pretty large film festival where we used to host inside my theater. I usually had a film there, usually because I was local. But the thing about film festivals, particularly fresh ones, is that it really takes a community. I mean, we have a lot of filmmakers here today, and we sometimes you mentioned that you kind of why we're going to beg some friends to come during midday on a Wednesday. Well, it's simple because we're filmmakers, we are artists in the industry. Whether you're sound design, whether you're camera, whether you're an actor, whether you're a director, a writer, it doesn't matter what part you play in filmmaking, you know you're only as good as the people around you. And that's it, pure and simple. And to celebrate cinema and to celebrate the work, you can always pick things apart. And you're always going to find something. So when you're in a community, it's crucial that one, I encourage you to stick around for all the films, because I think no matter if something is really good or something has some issues and you may detect it, you're going to learn something from every single movie you see today. Secondly, supporting the other filmmakers and the other artists who are here today, showing them, some respect enough to go, hey, I appreciate your efforts and what you did. It's so important to do that. I've been to a lot of festivals where filmmakers will show up and see their film and then walk out. And I kind of get that. It's busy, it's midday on a Wednesday, you got commitments, you got family, you got things going on, I get it. But I am going to hear simply because Michael asked if I could share, because I've had a great deal of experience. Like for instance, I was in a Melbourne Film Festival, and it was a 4-day festival, and the entire community for 4 days was there. Filmmakers were a vast minority. And that's the kind of culture with a new festival that I think Michael's trying to create here. And I think it's important for each one of us to spread that word that there is an after dark, almost genre-specific film festival going on in Atlanta. And the more the word gets out to the community, the more community members that show up. They go, oh, I can't wait. Is anybody familiar with the Nightmares Film Festival in Columbus? So it's a huge genre-specific film festival, but the people come from all over the country. I was there with the film, and I could not believe it was sold out every screening, and these people flew from all over the country to go there. I'm like, wow, this is impressive. And the film festival, one guy doing it all. So I guess what I'm trying to say is stick around, meet other people, network. It's important. I'm actually looking to transplant to Atlanta, get out of Oregon, and that spread the word. Let people know about After Dark Film Festival, and let them know about other opportunities as getting your film into festivals and how the film festival circuit works, because Michael's got like 34 now. So that's a lot for him to take on. So some, like the Oregon Film Festival, is huge. It's always sold out, it's packed. And I think his similar goal is here. And I think with the help of you guys and sticking around for the other films and supporting and getting to know each other and just chit-chatting and networking, you may find your next photographer, you may find your next sound designer, who knows? I mean, the opportunities are endless. So I'm just saying, stick around, have some fun, celebrate cinema, enjoy yourselves, and maybe afterwards we can all go have a drink or some dinner and chit-chat about Atlanta and about possibilities to expand so we can be downstairs at a sold-out theater. That's the goal, and that's the reason I'm here. So thank you so much for listening to me. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm Jesse Adams, and I'm right here at the Atlanta After Dark Film Festival, man, the Film Festival Circuit, and I'm with two wonderful guests that came out today. This is Bam!
Andy.
And Bam!
Allie.
Allie, man, and they're going to talk about a little bit about their film. I think she's an actress in the film, and she was just real cool because she does all that, and she lives in Atlanta. So
I do
go
live in
ahead,
Atlanta.
tell them a little bit about why you're here and what's going on.
Yes, sir. We did our short film test during lockdown 3 years ago. And I wrote it for Allie and her sister Caroline and our friend Elaine, and they acted in it, and it's been in quite a bit of film festivals. Allie's won a bunch of awards for her acting in it, and we're really proud to have it here in Atlanta, where we're from and where we live.
Yeah.
So what did you like about your role in the movie? I mean, tell me.
Well, first of all, Andy has just such an incredible mind for this kind of stuff, and especially for short films, and which I love short films because you get to meet really amazing people throughout the process. And when she came with this idea, I was like all on board. We kind of got together, talked a little bit about it, and really the character is just like this young girl who's really in a predicament, and you'll see when you watch it, but it was easy to just like fall into that because Andy's just like a great writer, director, like producer. She's everything. She's location manager. Like,
gotta wear all the hats.
You know what? One thing about it, I got to be locations. I wasn't a manager, but I got to work in locations. Man, number one, that's a big job.
Yeah, it is.
And you're responsible for every location. But also, it's it's an important job.
You're
man.
producing.
You're basically producing because they all have to get with you. You got to make sure the locations work. You got to talk to transportation. You got to make sure they can park. Awesome.
And the locations are oftentimes characters in the film.
Absolutely.
Really important
Absolutely.
settings.
The settings and everything.
Yeah.
So, man, that's a little work.
And this is our second project together, actually.
Yes.
So
Second project.
we got to build on that rapport and do another thing together, and hopefully do more after this.
Man.
we will.
Yeah.
Man, what an awesome festival, man. Great people just like my friends here. I'm Jesse Adams of the Actors Warehouse, and I'll see you next time. Love it. Everybody wave bye.
Thank
bye.
you.
Thank you very much. All right.
Yeah!
Hey, man, welcome to the Georgia After Dark Film Festival, brought to you by Film Festival Circuit. I thought I'd make you excited. Yeah! Anyway, my name is Jesse Adams, and basically I'm from Houston. I run Houston. I'm the director of the Houston Comedy Film Festival and Film Festival events in Houston. I've been working with Michael Fair, the director of the Comedy Film Festival, we've been friends for over 15, 16 years. With this process, we've been just working together and trying to make things better for all the filmmakers, and that's what Michael's goal is. He couldn't be here today because, family scheduling. His wife had to be at our training. He had to stay with the kids. As you know, Film Festival Circuit, we're all about family. first, no matter what. And I'm here today to take over. We're gonna have a good time, and I'm here. Go give it up. My name is Jesse Adams.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Jesse. I'm back here at the Austin. That was rude. I've been moving around. Atlanta After Dark Film Festival, man. It's been awesome. I'm with my man Ty Bru, man. He's been great. Number one, it's the reason I'm doing this video because he brought his camera, so we can actually bring something back. Say, Ty, man. You're from North Carolina, man. What brought you down to Atlanta for the After Dark Festival?
Well, I've been submitting my films to a lot of festivals, and been doing it for 6 years on and off, and I've been going really heavy. And it's only a 5-hour drive.
Right.
And it's in the middle of the week, which everything kind of worked out logistically for me to do this. Like I said, I did a little bit of research, checked out the theater, saw that it was, very reputable.
Right.
Actually minority owned too,
Right.
which is big.
Wow.
And there's checks that I like to check off the box if I'm going to actually physically be there to represent the film. And, I talked to Michael a little bit. He was, I got the good vibes from him communication-wise, and I was like, I actually be there. Some of the times, you can't be there.
You can't
or
be
you don't want to be there.
Right,
really.
right,
You
right,
just
right.
don't know.
Right.
And this one was like, all the signs were pointing to be, you go down to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And so I actually just got back from Hollywood in February. Went to the TCL Chinese Theater.
Right.
Won an award there, and I'm just trying to keep that momentum going.
Well, you won an award here?
Yeah.
I mean, you did your thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
for a different project.
Yeah, y'all look at that, dude. Winner, double winner. That's amazing. You're coming down from North Carolina.
Yeah.
And man, let me tell you something. I just want to talk about Atlanta a little bit. Atlanta has been amazing. The people, they're so into the art. They're so into it, and this has been a great. Like this man right here, he came in. We were talking.
Right.
You got to get out here to Atlanta to one of our festivals, man, because it's really good.
I agree. I'm gonna put it wholeheartedly like that. Come down to any of the film festival circuses they're a part of. I'm vouching for it right now. Like he said, Atlanta has a really big art directed focus, and I know a lot of studios are dumping a lot of money into coming here. Tyler Perry, of course, is doing a lot of big things here. It's becoming, the East Coast.
Hollywood. I mean, it's amazing. I ran into so many producers and stuff just from outside, just standing in front of the theater.
Lionsgate built a big studio just recently, but yeah.
I mean, dude, we can talk about it all day.
Right.
Love you. I'm Jesse out of that corral. With my man Ty from North Carolina. We love you.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yep.
We're from Seattle as well. Squidicus is like a short film starring our character Time Squid, who is a hyper-intelligent time-traveling squid. We're trying to make a series with him. What inspired Time Squid? So actually, it was me and my other friend. There's just 3 of us that worked on this. But we're in a band together as well, playing music out in Seattle, and we were trying to figure out a band name. And we were in a bar drinking absinthe, and of course, and the Green Fairy came to us, and we like threw out this name Time Squid, and we were like, Time Squid, like that. That's kind of cool. It doesn't really sound like a band name. It sounds more like a hyper-intelligent time-traveling squid. And then, so we came up with the whole story from there. So Chris, if you want to talk about
the animation.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Rob and Elliot threw the idea my way. I've been working in visual art for many years. Never did animation, so I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Learned a lot, including how long it takes to animate one person. So as y'all will see, it's not fully 24 frames a second, but we did the best that we could. It was
with
fun.
our limited, non-existent budget.
Yeah, exactly. And learning it as we went, basically.
Yeah.
But the animation's inspired by what we grew up on, like 90s cartoons, like all the big ones, of course, like Family Guy and The Simpsons and Ren and Stimpy was probably a huge influence. All the Nickelodeon stuff, but even like the small stuff, like the Saturday morning cartoons that like you saw for like a season and then just never came back. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Yeah, and what's next? We're just trying to push this. So I have a full pilot script as well that we're gonna try to shop around. So if anyone knows anybody that's interested in some kind of raunchy adult animation, let's connect.
You're in the right town.
Yeah.
Roger,
Double
no, it's
Squid around
big
the
in my
corner.
life.
If anyone knows anybody over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's up for us. Just trying to make Time Squid happen. We were saying we need Jesse as a voice of one of the
Yeah,
the,
for sure.
the shrimp pimp. We'll make it happen for sure. Salvador Shrimp, that's his name.
Hey, man.
Thanks, guys.
See what happens when you go to these film festivals? Hey, I'm Jesse Adams, and we're right back here in Atlanta, Georgia at the After Dark Film Festival, the Film Festival Circuit. And I'm with Mr. Joffrey, all right? That's his last name. Right here from, where you travel from?
New York.
New York, really? 40 minutes outside of Manhattan.
Yep.
I was out running a joke today, man. Tell us about The Call. You did the movie The Call. Tell us a little bit about it.
All right. Well, it's more like I guess you could say it's an allegory about, you know, what it was like living at home or working from home during the pandemic. I mean, I had a pretty stressful job, and so did the character in the film. He's an accountant. I was more like a clinician, but there are parallels. It's a very stressful job. He really had to make ends meet, as did I. So it was a pretty stressful time, and I think even though they're totally different jobs, it kind of translates to that.
Man, you know what? That's one of the things jokes I made. It's like, you got paid to write your movie, man. You know what I'm going to use your method. You were writing in between, so you actually got paid to do your film.
Yeah, I was working during.
In a weird sort of way. Anyway, man, I just want to say thanks for coming out to the festival. Anything you want to say? What you working on in the future? Anything in the future?
I'm working on a short right now. The script's done, and financing's in the works. So.
Financing in the works. I mean, you got something cooked. Well, anyway, man, I'm in here with Joffrey. That's his last name, Joffrey. Anyway, I'm Jesse Adams at the Actors Warehouse. I'll talk to you soon. Wave goodbye, Joffrey. See you in New York. Love it. And Best Experimental Music Video Award, At a Distance, Seven Circle, directed by Ty Bru. I said his name all wrong, but I said it right. Hey man, congratulations, man. There you go, baby. Man, this is cool. All right, if you want me to stand right here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, all right.
A little bit.
I bring a lot of cameras, man. All right, let me get one by itself. All right, where you from, man?
I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Asheboro, North Carolina, right in the middle of the state.
All right, man, so what motivated you to do this, man? Tell me about your video.
I was talking to a couple of folks already. The basis of a lot of my work is formed on addiction awareness. So I dove into Dante's Divine Comedy and found a really special place in the seventh circle of hell.
Wow.
In the Inferno part. So that's where a lot of my focus comes from currently. That's not for hire work, my personal work.
No, excellent. That's what we got. What's your vision for the future, man? That's it.
Just keeping on with this. I've got a 7-month-old boy at home and a 5-year-old boy at home. My wife is with them right now. Like you said, family first. But just it ended up happening where I could come out here because it's a Wednesday during the day.
Absolutely, man. Thank
Do
you.
more of this, more music, and spend time with family.
Man, thank you so much. Man, give it up for my man! Hey, I'm Jesse Adams, and we're right back here in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, at the After Dark Georgia Film Festival, man. I'm with, watch this, Matt Barnes, right? Because you get name tags here, man. And this movie is called Distance. Tell us a little bit about Distance, man.
It was written during the pandemic, and it's kind of a reflection on it's kind of my reaction to how it affected relationships, and how it felt like the pandemic just kept going and going, which it did feel like it kept going and going, and just kind of just how it affects society, and also it's kind of a play on new wave French cinema. There's a little bit of that in there, as far as influences go. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of influences from movies that I like as well that I enjoy.
Man, that pandemic did a lot to people, man. Helps create all kind of stuff, man. Which, if you're a true artist, you're gonna create during that time, which most true artists came out with that.
Yeah.
Man, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming out, man. Keep supporting the festival, man. We about to grow and just get bigger, and I just really appreciate the support.
Thank you for having me. Wow.
Yeah, thank you for being here. I always got to throw a joke in there. Anyway, we love you. We're just gonna wave goodbye, like the Beverly Hills Beatles. Hey man, thank you for coming out, and I'm Jesse Adams. See you soon. I'm gonna be acting. Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.